All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are here again. What's the match are we up to now? Number 6, 5? Match number 5, I think, for the day. God, what a day. Feels like we watched Mirra Andreeva 3 days ago. But we're here, and we're watching Jannik Sinner take on Moutet. And then we've got Raducanu Gibson after this. Also, Anisimova versus Bencic is happening too, so we might watch that too. Ellis versus Shaq is happening right now. Zverev and Cilic are playing, so it's all happening. But how are we? What's going on, chat? What's good? What's good? What a busy day. It's been so eventful today. I feel like it's been such an eventful day. With Swiatek and Wim splitting up, and after the Alcaraz lost yesterday, it seems like shit just hit the fan. But yeah. So how are we doing, chat? Are we ready? I would be very surprised if this match wasn't straight sets. Moutet can put on a show, though, so I don't think it's going to be boring. But I would be surprised if it was an upset. Made homemade vegetable beef soup is good. My home. Nice. I'll take a word for it. Don't send it to the PO box. Moutet's hilarious. Yeah, Moutet is an entertainer. Do you think Sinner has a chance to take a set? You know what? I'm going to go as far as to say I think he can win 2. Moutet has as much chance with Sinner as he does with Daniel Collins. That's really mean. That is so mean. That is harsh. That is harsh. Have we got any tennis channel analyst tennis analyst caught for this one, or are they laying off Moutet tonight? I'm sure they're gonna really probably look. I've seen I have to do it as part of my job. I might not enjoy the content that comes out of the gossipy side of tennis, but I do have to keep informed, so that So I have seen the Collins story time videos, even though it's not my sort of thing. I don't really care. I like tennis stories, but I love the Agassi conversation stuff more about whatever. But I'm sure Tennis Channel are going to do their best to talk about Moutet and Collins as much as possible. So they've probably got people courtside for sure. And it's also on center court, so they probably do anyway. My heart can take no more shocks than what it has this week. Yeah, it's been a weird week, eh? It's been a strange week. I mean, Alcaraz losing was shock of the year, maybe. And Swiatek losing was also a massive shock. I mean, we've had upset of the year this week within 48 hours. Yeah, probably 48 hours within 48 hours of each other. Probably the upsets of the year, right? Lynette beating Swiatek and Korda beating Alcaraz are probably the 2 upsets of the year. And we've seen them within a couple of days of each other, which is crazy. Can Moutet take a set? I find it very hard to see that happen. By the way, chat, I watched the Dominic team because I had a chance to watch the Dominic team announcement. That was so cheeky. That was so cheeky how he did it. I was like, you cheeky. Dominic team's got jokes. I'm like, you cheeky. The way he said it, I was like, but he had a smile on his face the whole time. So you're like, he's not going to say anything serious here. He's telling jokes. But I'm really interested because apparently this tennis fantasy thing hasn't started yet. I don't think. So that's why he was announcing it. So I'm interested to see how it is, what it does, because I love this kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm keen to see what happens, like what it's about. I don't know if you can. I don't think it's not live yet. I think they haven't started yet, but we might have to start a league. We might put a league together and all join in and see what it's about, and try and beat Dominic Thiem. How old's my dog? She's 4. But the way he announced it, I was like, that's cheeky. And all the comments were like, oh, I thought you were coaching for real. I'm like, yeah, he got us all, but yeah, good. It was a cheeky ad. Alcaraz, Medvedev, Tsitsipas out. What a strange Miami. I know, right? Imagine Thiem coaches Alcaraz. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Stadium's empty? Yeah, that's because it's time. They haven't come in yet. Nobody's walked in yet. They said it was on the app, and I can't see it. So maybe it's not on there yet. Thiem has been a first-rate prankster ever since he tricks Zverev into thinking he can win a slam. Jesus, that was harsh. What does Zverev do to deserve that? That was brutal. Can we see your dog? She's right there. She's asleep. That was brutal. Some would say that was uncalled for. Zverev catching strays. All right. By the way, we're almost at 100 likes. Appreciate that. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. Speaking of Zverev, he's up a set, but he's down 4-3 in the second against Cilic. So that's happening. Ellis and Myshak. Myshak's up 5-2. So that is that. I think we're taking it a break, maybe. Colin's video has 1,700 views on YouTube. I'm certain that 700 of those were Colin's or Tennis Channel. What are the point of this? Look, even though it's not my... That sort of content's not my cup of tea. It's not my thing, right? I'm not really into that kind of content. It's not made for me, by the way. This is what they're trying to, bringing on Collins and having her tell, give the, spill the tea, right? That's not really, I don't really like that stuff, but it's not for me. It's for people that like that stuff. That's the point of it all. Is for people that, they're trying something different by bringing on somebody who is going to, dish the dirt or give some gossip, right? And we're talking about it, so it's obviously working, even if we're not talking about it in a positive way, or people aren't talking about it in a positive way. Yeah. I think it gets people talking. It gets people watching, or trying to tune into what she says next, right? And that's why they got her. She's what's the word? God, I can't think. Controversial, I guess. Outspoken, maybe. Yeah. So it might not be. It's not for me. I don't. It's not. It's not the sort of stuff that I like. But it's also, I get it. It's not for me, right? It's for people that do like that stuff. And maybe it brings in there's some, because I always read the comments, right, of when I see that kind of stuff too, because you go, okay, well, it's not, it's not for me. Like, it wasn't for me when she was doing like all that, like, kiss my ass stuff at Australia, and she was, or when she does those things with Swiatek where she has that weird confrontation. I'm just like, oh, I don't, even though I love beef, I'm like, I don't know. It's just not for me. But people love it. People love her. People love Collins. You know, they love how they champion her. So again, whenever again, I understand why they brought her on, because she's going to be she's going to say some stuff. She's going to make people talk, and we're talking about her now. So it's obviously working. The Swiatek thing's so uncomfortable. Yeah, I as a Swiatek fan, as well, it kind of makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable too. Like, I'm like, oh man, I don't mind beef. You guys know I love beef, but then I'm kind of like, I don't know that. I don't understand where it comes from, the Swiatek Collins beef, because it doesn't feel like Swiatek. It's not both ways. It's just one way. I'm like, oh, it almost feels like bullying. You're like, what? What did Swiatek do to you? I don't know. Maybe she did do something we don't know about it. But yeah, it all just feels like, I don't like you, and I'm going to tell everybody. I'm going to tell you to your face. And you're like, okay. But I don't see whereas it's different when there's two players back and forth, like Tsitsipas Medvedev, right? That's like, it goes both ways there. So you kind of go, okay. Doesn't feel like one person just yelling at somebody. Whereas like, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, but people love it. I read the comments, and there's a lot of people that are like, I don't like this. And there's a lot of people that are like, you go, girl, right? Let's go. Like, love Collins for this, so yeah. That's why she's there. Because even the people that are like, I don't like this, are going to watch it anyway. I watch it because it's part of my, part of research or whatever, because I've got to, people are going to bring it up. But yeah, I mean, people are obviously watching it because otherwise they wouldn't comment, I can't stand her. Like, the people that are commenting, I can't stand her, are going to watch every single video she's in because they can't stand her. But they have to tell everyone, you know what I mean? So it works. It totally works. Tennis Channel bringing her on, it works. Just like Kyrgios being a commentator. People are like, I can't stand him, but they listen to him. They watch him anyway. Again, it's not, that kind of content's not what I like, but I also don't hate it. Like, I'm not like, oh, can't believe this is happening. I don't really care. Collins and Vanderway are worse commentators. Why she talks about her looks being on fleek all the time. On that note, she was a very complimentary about Swiatek, she said positive things about her. Oh, nice. Fair enough. Aren't they friends? Aren't Collins and Vanderway friends? They're friends, right? Didn't they? Wasn't there something about them being friends and they went away on holiday or something? I can't remember. What is Collins on? I can avoid it. Jesus. She thrives on presenting herself as a bully. I think she's on. I don't know. I don't have Tennis Channel, so I can't see it. But I just see clips. Again, I don't mind Collins, as a player, and she seemed and I don't mind people that are going to be personalities and show their personality. I don't mind that. That's fine. But the kind of conversations they're like, the story time stuff about, like, a dog doing a poo at the front of a locker that you don't like, or DMs, like with Callan Sky. Remember Callan Sky saying that Runa DM'd her? Or no, sorry, it was not Callan Sky. Sorry, Kudermetova. I didn't care for that either. I don't give a shit about that either, right? No, it's just not my thing. But I don't. I mean, look, good. Collins is unapologetically herself. So, and you can't call her fake because she'll fight you, and she's not. She's authentic, right? Even if you don't like her, she's not pretending to be anyone else. Was it Callan Sky? I thought it was Kudermetova. Either way, I didn't care for that either. They are friends, but can't stand them talking on Tennis Channel. Fair enough. Look, people can't stand Johnny Mac. People can't stand a lot of, it's a personal thing. I get it. The best thing is that you can, mute if you don't want to hear them. Kudermetova said that she was embarrassed that the podcast broadcast her comments about Runa. Oh, that sucks. That she didn't want that put out there. That it was put out there and she didn't like, yeah. That's well, look, at least she, it sucks for Runa. Like, that's what, poor guy didn't deserve that. But also, like, yeah, Carlin Sky, was it both of them? Oh, okay. It's not exactly the height of wit when you say that you like men only with big forehands, but what passes for humor in Colin's mind? Yeah, again. From what, like, again, I'm going to keep saying this because it's how did I find what Colin said funny? No, because it's not the sort of humor that I'm into. Like, I don't think that, like, but there's a lot of people that do think that's funny. And there's going to, and I saw with the comments, there's a lot of people being like, yeah, you go, do your thing. And I'm like, okay. Whereas I was kind of like, cool. Like, whatever. Like, it wasn't, but again, she's not talking to me. She's talking to all those people that do love that kind of humor and love that, love that, like, I don't know, like that energy, right? It's kind of like girl power a little bit, I guess. Like that, like, I will decide whether or not and I'm just like, okay, well, you're not talking to me because I'm a guy, right? So that's not, I can't, it's different humor. Humor geared to an American audience? Yeah, maybe, but yeah, like Mean Girl, I don't know if she's gone for like the Mean Girl energy or whatever. Maybe Mean Girl. Maybe not girl power because it's more Mean Girl, right? That's fine. But again, it's not for me. It's not. She's not trying to make me laugh. She's trying to make, other people laugh. And that's fine. You're not girl power. It's more like, it's more Mean Girls. Anyways, Sinner's coming out on court. Is Sinner on court yet? Yes. He's out on court now. What do you think of all the upsets in Miami? Yeah, it's been hectic. It's Mean Girls, sorority girls, I'm better than you energy. That's her personality as a player too. And she'll tell you what she thinks. Yeah. Fair enough. I miss Sinner versus Runa. Oh, me too. I hope Runa comes back with a vengeance. What season did you start doing this, Cam? 2018. You can go watch the first stream on the channel. All right. Collins has two sides to her personality. She mostly posts content about chickens in her garden. Well, that's the thing. That is also something that you got to remember. Before you start getting annoyed and angry by what she says, how much of it is I'm not saying that she's like pretending to be mean. I think what she's saying, she's being honest. But how much is she like that off the camera, and how much is she like ramping it up? She might, I still believe everything she's saying, she believes, right? And she's not going to lie about like her dog taking a poo in a locker room. But how much of it is like, dialed up to troll the trolls, right? And to annoy people, knowing that would get, Kyrgios does the same. He definitely knows how to push buttons, so he dials it up a bit. But like off the court, if she's, gardening and tending to her chickens, she's obviously not, there's rage baity, how much of it is, and if you're getting annoyed by it, maybe it's working. So maybe, I'm sure she's not like that to everybody off the court as well. She definitely trolls and rage baits, and I have no issue with that. Yeah, exactly, yeah. before you get angry at him, you start like going, oh man, she's the worst. How much of that is she trying to make you feel like that? So she's getting what she wants. It's exactly what she wants you to feel. So by getting annoyed is exactly what she wants. Like every comment that says, "Oh, she's the worst," is like exactly. She's like, "Good, it's working." She's doing it like she's like perfect. It's actually working. If it annoys you, it's working. I can't say I love it, but she's hilarious. Yeah, again, like I said, it doesn't annoy me, and I don't really like, but I just don't care for it. I'm like, whatever. Like it's like okay, but for the people that like get like that can't stand it, I get that. I can see where you're coming from, but also how much of that is it like she's like, that's exactly what she wants. If you're annoyed, she's doing her job. She's doing a good job. She's like, yes, got him again. Start the match, man. Hey, Gail, I can't tell them to hit the ball any faster in the warm-up. Like I can't tell them to start. It's not up to me. I don't press play and they start playing. Like, come on. What are you doing? Why are you yelling at me for? I can't be like, hey, Jannik Sinner, play now. And he's like, okay. The match starts when it starts. Patience. Patience. Tennis Channel love the drama, so they will keep Danielle. Her comments are actually on point. Oh, yeah, Peaches. Yeah, look. Again, if people are talking, like, that's the thing, right? No publicity is bad or whatever. Publicity is good, whatever it is, the saying. And we're talking about it. It's been mentioned a lot. So it's working. You do like it, Cam. Like what? Patience is fairly important. 100%. I feel like patience is a bit of an underrated skill at this point in this in 2026. Why is the game starting so late? It's 30 minutes late because the matches earlier today went longer than expected. Gauff's match went for 3 sets. Medvedev's match went for 3. Medvedev's match went for 3 sets, so it pushed everything back. Moutet is going to need a bigger serve in this match. Well, they've only played once. It's 1-0 Sinner, but Moutet won the first set in 6-2 at the French Open a couple of years ago. So I just don't know if I just can't see him on a hard court against Sinner. I don't think he's going to get set. How do you manage your sleeping routine because of your job? I'm unemployed, so that makes it a lot easier. There's space for several types of comments and commentators. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, look, there's probably people that come across this channel and think, what the hell is wrong with this guy? And that's fine too. Like I talk, like some of the comments I get, like I talk too fast, right? I'm too loud or I'm too excited. That happens. And that's fine too. You're right, Cam. You can't start the game. We just put so much onto you as you are the boss. Yeah, but no, I'm not the boss. I can't do it. Like they're about to start though, so don't worry. So inconsiderate of Medvedev to have 3 sets. Why are we watching Eala again? She's not playing right. She lost. You don't cover enough matches. Yeah, I mean, look. If this YouTube experience has taught me anything, it's that you cannot please everybody. No matter how hard you try, it's not going to work. You can try and please as many as it's impossible. All right. Here we go. Sinner's going to serve. Moutet elected to receive. That is a bold move. You know what I say? You know what I think about people that do that? You know how that is? He won the toss, elected to receive. You know what I think about that stuff? All right. I'm going to go Sinner in straight sets. I hope Moutet puts on a show. I hope he goes. I hope he can make this interesting. As Moutet back into the net and it's love 15. 15 love. You must please everyone, Cam. I try. I try. Cam, you lost my respect, man. Bro, you have a North Korean dictator as your profile picture. I'm not that mad at that you don't respect me. As a return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Backhand now from Moutet. Into the net. And it's 30 love. $30 love. I mean, I don't know about you, but I find it kind of weird that you're cosplaying someone who... Like, I don't get it. Is it a funny joke? Is that something I missed? Lob goes up. Sinner with a smash. It's too good. 40 love. Also, you this is... chat. YouTube is funny. By the way, the video you posted on your channel 4 years ago, that doesn't look like North Korea. I've seen it. That doesn't look like you're in... Are you actually in... I don't know if you are. I don't think it's him. When you posted the video on December 2022, are you sure? This doesn't look like... I don't even know you can post from there. That's crazy. Anyways. Good luck to your life. By the way, beautiful sunset. Beautiful sunset. The people there can't do it. Yeah. I don't even think they're letting tourists into that part of the world anymore. They were for like a minute, but... All right, 1 love. As the return goes out by Sinner, 15 love. Did I watch Big Foe today? What a match. I was live for Sabalenka, so I didn't get to watch it, but they look pretty epic. Love that for Big Foe. I hope he plays well tomorrow against... who's he playing tomorrow? Man. I hope he... I would love to see Foe in the quarters. That'd be awesome. All right, 15 all. As Moutet serves again. Into the forehand sitter, Sinner in the net. 30-15. As a return from Sinner goes in the back of Moutet. Sinner with a forehand winner. 30 all. So Cilic and Zverev 5 all in the second. Zverev on the first 6-2. If Cilic wins that second set, we'll be able to watch Anisimova Bencic, I think, after this match. Tennis pundits are saying Korda's the next guy to win a slam. Yeah. Backhand return. Into the forehand of Moutet. It's in a forehand at the back of Moutet. Passing shot's too good by Moutet. And it's 40-30. Nice shot from Moutet. I feel like people have been, and I'm one of these people. have been saying that Korda could win a slam for years. I mean, he puts it all together, and he showed that yesterday. That's the guy. That guy who played yesterday. Yeah, he could go on and win a slam, but I also think it was best of 3, and had it been best of 5, Alcaraz doesn't lose that. Backhand winner from Sinner Deuce. Also, how does he do against Sinner? But are you saying next guy as in next American or next player? Because I still think Zverev is the next in line. But I love Korda, and I know what he showed against Alcaraz, that potential he's shown for the last 6 years, and I for sure agree that his potential and his ability is capable of winning a slam. I don't know if he's the next guy in the world to win a slam. I think it's still Zverev. As we go backhand now to the forehand of Sinner. Sinner in the net. Advantage Moutet. You won my respect, man. Thank you, I guess. Korda's got to stay healthy, right? Because that's the problem, right? Is he's got potential, but his body doesn't feel. It doesn't, it fails him. Anyways, 1-1. Moutet hits a lovely volley. Despite Alcaraz losing a couple of matches, hard to see him not winning the French. Yeah. Anybody who's saying that Alcaraz is in trouble with him, come on. Sinner and Alcaraz let me start again. Sinner and Alcaraz have had a phenomenal year. And at this stage, they've both lost 2 matches each. And both those losses each have not been bad losses. They've lost the better players on the day. They haven't played bad to lose matches. They've just played guys who have come out and played the match of their life, right? And that's what Alcaraz was saying. Every time he plays, he's got to play Roger Federer. All right, 15 love. And like I said, I hope Alcaraz goes to Ibiza or whatever. Go blow off some steam, come back, dominate clay. You are the king of clay right now. You are the king. Rafa retired the throne. Alcaraz is sitting on it. As Sinner serves an ace. It's 30 love. Sinner's trying to get the crown off him. That's going to be a fun battle. Sincaraz, Monte Carlo Sincaraz final. Let's have it. That's what I want to see. Alcaraz coming off a 3-week holiday with his brother. Playing Sinner in the final of Monte Carlo as the defending champ, and the crowd's gone wild because some Italians are there. And all right, 40 love. $40 love. And Sinner serves an ace. All right. Cam's back on the Sincaraz train. Love it. Yeah. Maybe that's why I'm in such a good mood for this season. I feel like this season's been so good. Because a lot of the things that I asked for at the start of the year, a lot of my 2026 tennis wishes have come true. I was like, no Sincaraz. I don't want to see Sincaraz for a couple of months. Right? I don't want to see Sincaraz. I don't want to see an Australian Open final Sincaraz. I don't want to see... I thought I wanted to see Indian Wells Sincaraz. But we didn't get that, so okay. But I'm we needed to miss it. Right? We need to miss Sincaraz. We're getting it every week. It was every day, every tournament, right? And it was getting a little bit all right, first of all, give someone else a shot. So that means they have to lose, which, we've seen that a little bit. But yeah, just let us forget how good that matchup is for a little bit to appreciate everybody else, and let's appreciate Djokovic, let's appreciate Medvedev, let's appreciate Korda's talents. How good's Menchik, right? Let's watch Fonseca, right? But now that we've done all that, Monte Carlo's the time we need Sincaraz back. We need to get that back, just to kind of remind ourselves of what the best 2 players in the world playing each other looks like. And we go, oh shit, all right, remember that? And then we can go back to whatever. But that's what I'm like. That's Like we've seen other players get a little bit of spotlight, get a little bit of attention. Feast making the final at Doha was fun, and Demonor winning Rotterdam, and Medvedev doing his thing. We'll see somebody make the final here that's not Alcaraz. It'll be Sinner versus somebody maybe, if Sinner makes the final. But then like Monte Carlo, all right, let's get Sinkeraz. Let's have another Sinkeraz. Especially there, because we haven't had it there. It'd be really fun to see, like, start the clay season off with a Sinkeraz. Okay. Anyways, Moutet comes to the net with a half volley, and we get a 4-1 winner by Sinner. 15. Love 15. Also, yeah, race to the number one race on the clay. If Sinner wins Miami, the race becomes very interesting. And then if they played in the final of Monte Carlo, the number one ranking, I don't think it's on the line, but the number one ranking is up for grabs, right? I mean, that's a big moment for who's number one in the future. It might not be out on the line technically, but it's going to be if Sinner beats him in the final, then that gives Sinner a better chance of being number one before the French. That's huge. Monte Carlo won't have Sinkeraz. Why you gotta be like that? Love 30. Why you gotta say that? Love 30. Why you gotta say that? No Sinkeraz all year? That'd be crazy. That means that somebody's making a Grand Slam final that's not Sinner or Alcaraz. One of them's not making it. It means we're getting upsets. 400 rally. Now backhand from Moutet up the line. Into the backhand of Sinner. 400 from Moutet in the net. Love 40. Alcaraz is not on the lineup for Monte Carlo. Wait, what? How is Alcaraz? What, Alcaraz is not on the entry list? That can't be right. What are you talking about? He's only number one. Who said that? He is on the entry list. What are you talking about? Anyways, Moutet gets broken. What are you talking about? He's not there. He's on the entry list. I don't know what you're reading. Yeah, it's Sinner. So Alcaraz, Sinner, Zverev, Musetti, Demonor, Fritz, FAA, Bublik, Medvedev. Djokovic is not on the list. Djokovic is not playing Monte Carlo, which I didn't see. Interesting. Yeah, Djokovic is not there. Djokovic is not playing until Madrid at this stage. He might play Munich, but maybe not. Yeah, Djokovic isn't on the entry list, but Alcaraz and Sinner are. That's kind of weird. I didn't notice that. Nole's not there. So Nole's not playing until Madrid. Unless he gets a wild card. 3-1. As Moutet hits it out, 15 love. Ah, 15 love. There's a return from Moutet into the backhand of Sinner. Moutet with a forehand to the forehand of Sinner. Moutet with a slice in the net. 30 love. The interesting thing about Novak is playing Madrid. Not that he isn't playing Monte Carlo. Well, so he's not on the entry list for Madrid. We don't know if he's playing Madrid because the entry list hasn't come out yet. But him not playing Monte Carlo is very interesting that he would skip that because he skipped Miami too, right? So it's weird that he wouldn't start his season off on the clay in Monte Carlo. He's going to wait another extra couple of weeks. That's interesting. He might get a wild card though. But the fact that he's not entered is strange. Unless there's a typo, let me double check. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's reliable. Oh no, it says Djokovic is in the lineup. Why is there? That must be a typo. Wait, that's 2025. No, it's 2026. Huh, okay. Where the hell is the entry list on the ATP website? Ben Shelton is not playing. Okay, so he is playing. He's just not on the... Okay, so the ATP website says he is playing. But that was 2 weeks ago, so maybe it's changed. That was a couple of weeks ago, so I don't know. Maybe he's changed his mind. It's 40-15. Great serve down the tee. Moutet returns in the forehand of Sinner. Moutet with a slice. Sinner forehand inside out. Moutet with a slice lob. Goes long. 4-1. Sinner. Cam, have you ever thought about going directly to tournaments, on-site, reporting interviews, etc.? It'd be cool. I mean, I have thought about it, but yeah, no. I mean, it's not really what it's not really what I'm good at, or maybe not. It's not really what I want to do. Like, I don't really want to do interviews. If a player reached out, I would be like, hey, yeah, let's do something. That'd be fun, but I'm not really doing. I don't know. And going to tournaments and stuff. I mean, the thing is, the more I'm at tournaments. Let's say I do go to tournaments or go to a tournament, especially if it's a big one, right? Then it means that I'm not streaming. So, like, let's say I went to Miami, right? If I'm at the tournament all day, then I won't be streaming, which is what I like to do. And I won't be here. We won't be watching this match. We won't be watching anything. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like, well, what's the point of me going to a tournament if I'm not doing the thing that I like to do the most on the channel, you know? So yeah. Does that make sense? Did Cilic win? No. Oh, Cilic held. Okay. So that's still going. All right. Sinner's 4-1 up here. As the backhand return goes to the forehand of Moutet. Drop shot's good. Sinner gets it with the forehand up the line, but it's long. 15-love. This match could be an email. Did we really? that was funny. 15-love. I understand. As we return now from Sinner into the backhand of Moutet. Sinner with a forehand again, the backhand of Moutet. Into the forehand of Sinner. Inside out, forehand goes long by Sinner. Sinner is making some errors. 30-love. That was savage. You could stream IRL? No, I couldn't actually. That's not allowed. Yeah. So I couldn't stream in real IRL. That's not. As we just said about why the forehand of Sinner. Great return. Slice from Moutet. Sinner hits a backhand to the backhand of Moutet. Again to the backhand of Sinner up the line. That's a great shot. Sinner's forehand seems a little bit off. The backhand's on point. Yeah, his forehand isn't quite hitting Sinner. A lot more errors on the forehand than the backhand. His backhand, though, on fire. All right, serve and volley Moutet, but Sinner's there with the forehand. Puts up a lob. Oh, too good! Moutet couldn't reach it. 30-all. 30-all. Great lob from Sinner. As we default second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Moutet. Forehand for Sinner cross court, the backhand of Moutet. And Sinner backhand up the line. Moutet Gets it back with a forehand from Sinner. Moutet wins the point. 40-30. Again, another error. And Sinner with a little bit of a noise. He's getting a bit crazy, Sinner. All right, 40-30. Backhand return up the line to the forehand of the backhand of Moutet. Forehand from Sinner to the forehand of Moutet. Now Sinner with a forehand into the backhand slice of Moutet. Moutet in the net. We get the deuce. Yeah, his forehand Sinner's a little bit off, but it's not affecting the score. All right, deuce. We get a fault, second serve. As that goes out by Moutet, advantage Sinner. First serve's a fault, second serve. Double fault, there's a double break. 5-1. All right. All right. Sinner 7 for the first set. As that goes in the net by Sinner. Love 15. Zverev looks cooked. Wait, what happened? Oh, okay. By the way, Ellis is up a set and a break. About to go up a break against Myshak. All right, Sinner puts it away at the net, 15-0. All right, 15-0. Sinner serves again. Has a bit of forehand from Sinner. Oh, it goes wide. Another error on the forehand. 15-30. Yeah, Sinner's forehand is... He's made 7 forehand errors. Yeah, Sinner's forehand is a problem. It's not going to cost him the match. But his forehand is not working. All right, Sinner comes to the net, puts it away, 30 all. Yeah, Sinner is... missing forehands. Backhand's fine. Backhand's perfect. All right, Sinner comes to the net with a volley and puts the forehand volley in the net. 30-40. All right. Sinner serves into the forehand Moutet, return the net, and it's deuce. Cam, you Sinner hater. Hey, Teddy. I don't know. Just sounded funny to say your name. You made an account 3 weeks ago. What's up? All right. Sinner advantage. Sinner set point to take the first set. Zverev just smashed a racket. Oh, he lost the second. All right, forehand from Sinner goes in. Up goes a lob by Moutet. Sinner with a smash. Puts it away. First set, 6-1 Sinner. In 26 minutes. Yes, Zverev took the second. Cilic stole the second. That's crazy. So we will watch a Nissimova bench. It should just be a little bit later. All right, 9.0 performance rating from Sinner, 6.3 from Moutet. 9.1 on the serve for Sinner is ridiculous shot quality for him. Like I said, his forehand was not great. 5.8 on the forehand from Sinner. His forehand was the only bad part about his game, but it didn't affect the game, obviously. 9.8 on the backhand from Sinner. Ridiculous from Sinner on the backhand, but Moutet just can't make him play enough forehands. 7 forehand errors by Sinner, no backhand errors. 6 winners on the forehand, though, so it's not like it was all bad. The backhand, 3 winners. Moutet, 2 winners and 8 errors. But yeah, Sinner coming to the net 11 times, winning 8 of the 11 points. That's interesting. A lot of net points won by Sinner. There you go. But Sinner, first set, 88% of first serve points won as well. So he only missed 5 first serves, and he only lost 4 points on serve in the set for that set, Sinner. All right.
When Sinner is so focused, he's insane.
Yeah, thank you for the £2. Yeah, I mean, look, even though his forehand was below his best, 6-1 still. You're like, well, look, no forehand, no problem, right? For this match, if that forehand works, this match that's a 6-love 15-minute set, right? Sinner said he needs his forehand more with angles and lower in power to make opponents make some errors. Like with Fonseca, is to cut energy from the opponent. Okay. Interesting. Maybe that's what he's trying out. I mean, maybe this is a match where he can try those things out and he's making a couple errors. But he's testing out things, you know. He's using this match as a bit of a test for the forehand and see what he can use. As Moutet gets the first point, 15-love. All right, 30-love. And so the forehand backhand rally. Moutet's backhand goes in the net, though, 30-15. All right, 30-15. As return goes into the forehand of Moutet. Sinner backhand, the forehand of Moutet. Sinner with the backhand again. The forehand of Moutet. Drop shot from Moutet. Goes wide. 30-all. Do you have a discount for Tennis TV? Maybe that helps the channel. I don't. By the way, if you want to watch this match, you can watch it on the new Tennis TV app. Links are in the description. You can scan the QR code when it pops up on screen. We're collabing with them this year, so shout out to them for the collab and the new and improved app. Yeah, but no. But I'm working on it. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. 40-30. Thanks, Greggs. 40-30 Moutet, first game of the second. First serve a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Sinner. Return goes to backhand slice of Moutet. Sinner with a forehand. Shanked. Again, Sinner's forehand is off. It is not working. But I guess lucky for him, it doesn't have to work for him to win. 1-love Moutet. All right. Sinner is changing his forehand for clay. That's actually an interesting observation. Is he actually changing his forehand is he trying to hit more topspin? Is that what's happening? Is he like taking the pace off to try and go for more spin? But I don't know why he would be doing that. I mean, maybe as an experiment today, but why would he do that midway through a Miami, which because what happens when he plays somebody who hits it hard and he has to go back to like power hitting? Why would he do that? Why would he try and adjust for clay now? That doesn't seem... When there's still like plenty of players, like Zverev is still here, right? I mean, it's not like there's no one playing this tournament anymore. Let me see if his forehand speeds are a little bit lower than usual. I could say, okay, here we go. So today, Sinner's... No, it seems like... Well, Sinner is... It does seem like Sinner is... Yeah, his forehand has a lot more RPMs today on the topspin than usual. His forehand speed is lower. His backhand speed's higher, so maybe he's hitting the backhand flatter. But yeah, his forehand is 3 kilometers slower than usual, which is not that much, but still. But yeah, he's getting a lot more spin on the ball, especially on the forehand today. He's trying to, again, but maybe that's because he's missing forehands too, so he doesn't want to hit errors, so he's just like taking the pace off a little. But yeah, interesting. Sinner comes in with the forehand, up goes a lob by Moutet, but the Moutet forehand lob goes long and it's 40-15. All right, Sinner holds. It's 1-all. One. All right, back to Moutet. As with a forehand from Moutet into the forehand of Sinner. Moutet with the volley. Sinner's going to get there with the backhand. Off the tape. Moutet pass. Too good. Moutet with a shake of the fist. 15-love. How many made that match so close? Well, how did Medvedev come back? Is that what you're saying? Alice wins. Nice. Yeah, I mean, great. It was a great fight back for Medvedev. All right, 15-0. All right, 15-30. So apparently there's a teacher's strike today. I just got a notification. So apparently 500 schools will either close or be significantly affected as the first strike in 13 years to the public school system. Okay. Good for them. What are they? Low pay and excessive workloads. Hey, respect. Respect the teachers. Not unforgiving. Well, it's fulfilling. Probably a fulfilling job, but I mean, it's definitely a very tough job. That explains the chat today. Yeah, that's why everyone's in the. No one's at school. 30-0. Backhand return goes to forehand of Moutet. Into the backhand of Sinner up the line to the backhand of Moutet. Sinner with a forehand. Again to the backhand of Moutet on the stretch. Sinner, forehand. Again to the back, into the slice of Moutet. And Sinner with a forehand again to the backhand of Moutet. Sinner, Moutet shanked it. Sinner comes in to the net. Moutet with a pass. Oh, it's too good! Great shot from Moutet. 40-30. Yeah, that makes sense why... Actually, that doesn't matter. That's not... It's definitely... I'm just kidding, but... Because they wouldn't have been at the chat at 3 in the morning. 40-30. As the return goes into the forehand of Moutet up the line. That's a great shot. Moutet holds 2-1. I was a teacher and I was eventually home... and I also eventually homeschooled all my kids. Read into it as you were. Hey, look, nothing wrong with that. You do what you need to do. You do what's good for you, you know? Pay teachers, yeah. Yeah, tough gig. Teaching is a tough gig. I mean, I was being a tennis coach, coaching group lessons and stuff, you know, is like this much compared to like teachers on the daily. Like some of the workload as well for teachers that I hear about, like, you know, I mean, you get school holidays, but like the amount of work you have to do to plan for the work, like you have to do so much like extra stuff. It's crazy. Like you don't just leave leave when the kids leave or when the students leave. You got to stick around, do heaps of other stuff. All right. Synchronous final Miami was a match we needed, but not the one we deserve right now. I don't think we needed it. It's hard when you have 40 kids in the classroom that's designed for 25 or to 30. Yeah. Now, I know a lot of people that went into teaching after school, after, that's their career, right? Path. And I just go, shit, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. They work very hard. As they're back into the net from Sinner, the Moutet goes to love 15. Jannik doesn't look like he's even sweating. Yeah, he's... yeah. All right, love 15. Serving the front of Moutet. Moutet in the nets. 15-all. Sinner serves again. An ace. 30-15. All right, 30-15. Serve down to the back end of Moutet. Sinner with the volley. Too good. Serve and volley, Sinner. Nice mix up. 40-15. 40-15. All right, serve again. Sinner serves a fault. Second serve. As the return goes out by Moutet. 2-0. All right, 2-2. All right. As Moutet serves again. All right, 40-30. I don't know what happened. Wait, what happened? Moutet hit it out, right? Anyway, Sinner with a slice. Moutet with a forehand slice in the backhand of Sinner. Moutet with a slice backhand. Into the forehand of Sinner. Moutet backhand on the stretch. Sinner with a backhand cross court. Moutet gets on the stretch with a forehand. Sinner backhand up the line. Moutet with a pass. Sinner with a volley. Moutet with a forehand lob. Lands in! Wait, what the hell happened? I thought Sinner won the game. Didn't Moutet hit it out? Oh, Sinner gave Moutet the point. Oh, is it because Sinner hit the ball on the way through? Sinner hit the ball on the way through and gave the point to Moutet, right? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Sorry, I missed it. I just thought it was 2-0. Anyways, it is now deuce. Yeah, okay, Sinner made contact with the ball. Okay, I missed that. So the ball was going out and Sinner hit it on the way through. All right, backing up the line to the slice of Moutet. Sinner's in trouble now. All right, Moutet with the slice again. Into the forehand of Sinner. Moutet, backhand slice again. To the forehand of Sinner as Moutet goes into the backhand of Sinner. Moutet with the forehand of the stretch. Sinner, forehand, open court. Moutet gets it with a slice, but Sinner puts away the smash. Advantage. Sinner. Advantage Sinner. Hey, Uwu girl, thank you for the 10 gifted. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 10 gifted. All right. Sinner to get level. 2-0. Good serve. He comes in with a forehand. Moutet with a lob. Sinner with a smash. Too good. All right, 2-0. Definitely now 2-0. On the replay, it looked like Sinner hit it after the bounce. Okay, well, Sinner's just a nice guy. He's a generous guy. All right. 2-2. Moutet to serve. Moutet serves again. Zverev up 3-1 in the second against Cilic, by the way. As Moutet with the drop shot goes wide, and it's love 15. Love 15. Love 30. Moutet in big trouble. Love 30. All right, Sinner gets the love 40. Moutet hits it out. Love 40. Sinner to get the break. As Moutet with the serve volley, it's successful. $15.40. $15.40. Serve. Into the forehand of Sinner. Backing it from Moutet to the backhand of Sinner. As Moutet gets the point. Sinner hit it long. 30-40. Maybe Carlos's tactics was to lose and have more rest for the clay. Nah. Look. Quarter played amazing. Right? Quarter played amazing tennis. But I also, with Alcaraz, the way that he was like, in that match, maybe he's a little burnt out. He's played a lot of tennis. He's won a lot of tennis. The pressure, every match he's played this year has been incredibly high pressure. So maybe he's a little, maybe he needs a rest. Maybe he feels like he needs a rest, which he was saying he needs to rest. So, maybe there's a bit of burnout there, which is totally understandable. I mean, especially when you got to remember this as well, right? I mean, we probably take it for granted. But when you achieve something that like is a bucket list achievement for tennis players, right? Like if you can get there, how lucky. A career Grand Slam. I mean, he did that in the first month of the year. Where do you go from there? Like achievement wise, the Sinner nearly runs backward. What happened there? Sinner went the wrong way. Moutet hits a winner down the line. Sinner thought the ball was over his head. He did a 360. Moutet fooled him. Anyways, advantage Moutet. Like how it's got to be hard for Sinner thought that was going to be a lob, and good adjustment from Sinner, but Moutet too good. Yeah, I mean, like Alcaraz achieving that big of a goal, right, and that achievement, and then just going straight to a 50, like to a smaller tournament, of course, like how does he keep his motivation? You know what I mean? Like, you've just achieved the career Grand Slam, so now you're like, okay, I guess I need to win the Olympics now. Yeah, I think we take for granted that these guys are just always fired up. They're always motivated. They're always always hungry, right, for everything. They want to they obviously want to win as much as they can, but I don't know. I think we take for granted that these players don't need to rest because they love tennis. They want to play tennis all the time. Tennis is everything, and nothing else matters. And they're all just like, everyone's so driven all the time, but I don't think that's the case. Not with every player. Some players are like obsessed. Tennis is their life. Nothing else matters. Blah, blah, blah. But then there's other players that are going to need a break. Serve and volley from Moutet. Moutet hits it wide. And it's deuce. Sinner trying to get the break here. He was up love 40 too. Alcaraz is like the Los Angeles Lakers of basketball. He gets the best opposition every time. Yeah, exactly. Everybody wants that win. Good serve. Moutet. It's advantage Moutet. Advantage Moutet. As the return goes in, the forehand Moutet. He hits a lovely drop shot off the tape. Sinner gets it. Moutet with a slice lob. Goes in. Sinner with the backhand up the line. As Moutet back in the rally with a slice, but it's in the net. And Sinner gets back to deuce. Don't take anything away from Quarter. He played the match of his life. Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, that's why I started that conversation with, don't get me wrong, Quarter was amazing. He played amazing. He deserved the win. Everything he did was great. But also to consider why Alcaraz wasn't himself in that match. Why he would say, no more tennis, I want to go home. Why would he say that? You've got to think that, maybe he hasn't been able to have the time off. Or he's, again, winning a lot, maybe, winning a lot isn't the worst thing, but, winning so much, without celebrating is, Alcaraz needs those breaks, man. He needs those times off. He needs to blow off steam. And maybe he hasn't had that as much this year yet. All I hope is that whatever he goes and does whatever, and he comes back mentally fresh. Like he's ready and he's hungry again and he's fired up and gone crazy. Because he was really flat yesterday too. Forehand goes into the forehand of Moutet. Sinner with a backhand on the stretch. Moutet. Drop shot. No, it's a slice forehand instead. Goes back in from Sinner into the forehand of Moutet. As Sinner comes to the net. Up goes the lob by Moutet. Sinner with a smash. Moutet gets there. No, he doesn't. Sinner breaks. 3-2 Sinner. He's got a set and a break. Is that guy dressed up as a priest? Or is that a priest? Maybe it was. He's wearing like the full priest outfit. I guess, yeah, cool. Respect. That has to be... Chat, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be disrespectful. But, Sinner, there's someone dressed up as a priest. It might be a costume, right? It might be a costume. Like it might be a costume, right? Hey, Paula, thank you for 10 gifted. Appreciate that. It could actually be a priest. Yeah, it could be. But just like with Sinner, just kind of like, okay, that would be a play on words, right? Funny kind of like thing if it is. I don't know. All right. Sinner's not even trying? I mean, he is trying. Moutet is making him work, but Sinner's just too good. I think that was actually a real priest. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, okay, I had to ask, like, could have been as like a haha, Sinner priest, but it also could be a real priest. They look legit. I mean, they're wearing like the proper outfit, so they could be legit. Uh, 15 love. Serve and volley from Sinner, but the volley is not needed. Moutet hit it wide. 30 love. Do you think he's a Sinner fan or anti-fan? I don't know. All right, 30 love. Nice serve from Sinner. 40 love. All right, serve and volley, too good. Again from Sinner. And it's 4-2 Sinner in the second. All right, Moutet to serve again. As it a forehand from Moutet, Sinner with a slice. As Moutet forehand cross, Sinner with a pass on the backhand. Moutet with a drop volley winner. Beautiful shot, 15 love. Oh, man. God, what a long day. It has been a day. And we've been live for like, I want to say 10 hours? No. Long, 10 hours straight. All right, Sinner in the net, 30 love. And we've still got matches to go. Who do you think is going to be in the final versus Sinner? Fritz. I think Fritz. Serving to the forehand of Sinner. Backhand now from Moutet into the forehand of Fritz. Slice from Moutet. Oh, sorry, from Sinner. Fritz is not here. Not yet. Anyway, Sinner in the net with the backhand. It's 40 love. I wouldn't, but even though you're saying Sinner in the final, I wouldn't count out Zverev. Even though he's not winning right now, he's in trouble. He's not playing great. I would say that Zverev is still a threat. Cerundolo and Bear Alice probably don't beat Sinner. Atman, Tiafo, Mickelson probably don't beat Sinner, but Zverev is still there, and Zverev should not be discounted. He knows how to beat Sinner, so that he shouldn't be overlooked. But I think if it is Sinner in the final, it should be against Fritz. And if it's not Fritz, Paul, Feast, or Korda are also in that list. I wouldn't mind Feast being in the final against Sinner. That'd be kind of fun. Then he's played Alcaraz and Sinner this year as well, which is fun. Zverev's up 4-2 in the final set against Cilic, by the way. So yeah, it looks like we're going to do a doubleheader for to finish the night with Raducanu, Gibson, and Islamova Bencic.
Hi, and thanks, Cam, for the coverage. Hi to Mia.
Hey, thank you, Dutchy, for the donation. No worries. We are It's been Miami's always especially being after Indian Wells, is always a slog. Like Miami gets, but we're starting to get to the real the quarterfinals now. So, but yeah, Miami's always a bit more of a slog. Definitely feeling it. All right. Wait, no sound? What do you mean no sound? Hello? All right, 4-3. One in the chat if you can hear me. All right, lob goes up from Moutet. Sinner with a pass. So Sinner with a smash, and then Moutet with a nice pass, but Sinner volleys it away. 15-love. Oh, there is sound. Okay. Oh, you muted by mistake. Okay. All right, 15-love. The return goes to forehand to Sinner. Backhand now slice from Moutet. Sinner with a forehand inside out. Moutet gets it with the forehand of the stretch. Sinner backhand. Up the line. Great shot. Moutet slice. Sinner volley. Moutet with a pass is a lob. Great lob. Sinner runs back and hits a backhand lob. Moutet with a drop shot smash. Goes in, I think. No, it goes out. It just missed. Sinner hit a winner anyway. Moutet went with a fake drop smash. Like, I don't even know what to call that. He went for the fake smash with a drop shot instead. Missed it. But I don't even know what to call that. Like a fake smash. It wasn't very effective. Sinner got there anyway, but I don't even know what to call that. It was a made up shot. Nobody would go for that. 30-love. As the return goes out by Sinner, 40-love. Great rally, yeah. A fash? Yeah, like a flash? I don't know. I don't even know. 40-love. Is it a fault second serve? Return goes in. The forehand Sinner. Backhand now slice from Moutet's a drop shot. Sinner with a pickup. Moutet with a volley. Sinner gets it back off the tape. And then Moutet sliced in the net. And Sinner says, I'm sorry. Moutet thought he hit a winner with the volley, but Sinner went, nah, I'm pretty quick. 5-3 Sinner in the second. Djokovic wins easily. Djokovic isn't playing. Hello? All right, 5-3. As the return goes out by Sinner, 15-love. Moutet serving to stay in the match. Yeah, winner plays Mickelson. Oh, they're talking about... I thought you were talking about Djokovic. I thought someone was just saying Djokovic. Serving to the backhand of Sinner. Forehand from Moutet. Into the forehand of Sinner. Moutet with the volley. Sinner with the backhand. Moutet with the volley again. Good pickup. Sinner behind the back. Moutet gets it with a drop shot. Sinner with a pass. Moutet runs back to the baseline with a lob. Sinner wins the point though. What a rally. Sinner is showing off. Sinner with the behind the back shot. That is not what Sinner does. That was a great little flick. What a... Sinner with the fancy shots. He was getting ready for a tweener as well. Sinner going and getting a little cheeky. Yeah, Sinner never goes for that. He would have just gone for a crucial normal shot, right? Sinner getting a little... He's like, Alcaraz isn't here. I better put on a show. I better show the people, I got tricks. 15-all. Moutet serves an ace. All right, 30-15. Serving to the backhand of Sinner. Drop shot Moutet. Sinner gets with a forehand, but he missed it. Just. 40-15. As Moutet holds, all right, Sinner's going to serve the match. Moutet gets the game. And the winner plays Mikkelsen. All right. No robot Sinner. I thought that whole thing was so funny. Like, I love that Fonseca said that, because it's like he didn't say anything out of, like, he didn't say anything that we haven't heard before. It's just we haven't heard that from a tennis player. And then Sinner's like, he's right. When everybody got mad, Sinner was like, he's not wrong. I thought that was the funniest exchange. Did you see Team's fantasy tennis thing? Oh yeah, I didn't realize that they were doing a fantasy. I'm excited. I want to join. I'm going to join. I don't know when. Like, I don't know how. When it's going to be open though, because I'm on the website and I can't log in or anything, so I don't know what's up. So it must not be available yet, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to get involved in it because I think it's fun. I love these kind of things. I did find it funny that everybody thought at first the team was going to coach somebody, and then he was like, "Yeah, I am going to coach a fantasy team." I'm like, it's cheeky. It was a cheeky reveal. He got us all. But yeah, I don't know how to join it though. That's the problem. I'm finding it. I don't know if it's unavailable, if it hasn't become available yet or what. But I can't join, so I don't know what's up. I don't even know if did it start at the start of the year or what? Yeah, it's saying that I can't I can't play, so it must not be on yet. It must not be available. All right, 15-0. But when it is, I'm definitely gonna join. 15-0. As a return goes into the forehand of Sinner, and then that goes out by Moutet. 30-15. Also, Zverev serving for the match against Cilic. Carlos needs a coach change. 30-15. As the return goes in, the forehand of Sinner. Back forehand from Moutet to the backhand of Sinner. Into the forehand of Moutet. Sinner backhand again, up the line. Moutet runs around his forehand, backhand into forehand. Sinner gets it back with the backhand, but hits it long. It's 30-all. 30-all. Sinner serves again. Sinner serves out wide the back end of Moutet. Return goes out. 40-30. Sinner with a match point. Domi said he was going to coach Nole, Sinner, and Carlos. Yeah. There's no way that you can get all those guys in your team on day one. There's no chance. I don't know how this works, but I'm pretty sure that you couldn't get them all on day one. That'd be wild. I want to know the rules. I want to play this game. I want to set up a league. All right. Sinner's got match point. Serve out by the forehand Moutet. Return goes in. Sinner puts a forehand up the line for a winner. Sinner wins. Straight sets. All right. Sinner too good. I tell you though, his forehand wasn't 100% though, Sinner. There definitely wasn't a flawless performance by Sinner, but good enough to win in straight sets. All right. Sinner wins. And he is through to the fourth round. We're going to take on Mickelson tomorrow. We're going to watch that tomorrow night. All right. And now we have got a couple of matches left. We've got to do a doubleheader to finish the night, which will be fun. Zverev is trash, no chance of beating Sinner. That's harsh. Why would you say that? That's not very nice. Zverev won though, so that doesn't. So I guess you were wrong. He won. So I don't know what's up. All right, we're gonna do a doubleheader because I did say we would. That Anisimova Bencic match was supposed to start 2 hours ago. I'm going to send you over to the Gibson match though. Gibson Raducanu. And we're going to watch Anisimova Bencic as well. Doubleheader to finish the night on a big day, which we've watched, I think, this is about our sixth match of the day. So, match of the day. So, thank you, everybody who's joined us from the start. It's been a long one. And we continue. We've got 2 more matches to go. But Sinner wins 6-1, 6-4. And he takes out Moutet in straight sets. And he's into the fourth round again. He didn't play Miami last year, but he won the tournament in 24. So, let's see if we can do it again and complete the Sunshine Double. But he's in the semis and he's in the fourth round, and he'll play Mickelson tomorrow. If you're not coming back for the WTA, we'll see you tomorrow.